everyone. So today I'm here with Teacher Cavy and with Lenka. So Teacher Cavy used to be a social worker. Maybe she still does it part-time. I'm not sure. No.
She doesn't.
But she has gone into full-time teaching now online. And the lovely Lenka is a play therapist. So before we go further, Lenka, what exactly do you do?
As a play therapist, I help children to work through some challenges they may be facing. I help them work through trauma, but as a play therapist, you do it via play. So it's really a fun, sometimes sensory experience for the kids, and they really just have an opportunity to get to their stuff, but in a fun and safe environment and with that safe, trusting relationship with the therapist. So yeah.
That's really beautiful. I really love that concept. That's really, really awesome. Very cool. It takes a special kind of person to do both social work and play therapy, I think. So you guys are both amazing people, in my opinion.
I think you really need to be connected to your inner child.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just playful most of the time. And I think that it's just about connecting with your inner child, and then you can connect with those children with you. So.
That's amazing. That's so cool. Okay, so for those of you listening today we're going to talk about many things, including how to build relationships with your students, how to overcome difficult situations, and even how to incorporate parents into the learning experience. Sometimes we forget about that. So I'm really excited to talk to both of these lovely ladies today about that. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's get started. So what do you do to connect with a student when you first meet them?
Okay, first, actually, what I do want to mention is that a lot of the stuff we're going to be speaking about, you know, a lot of teachers are doing already. And I think what's important about this and this conversation we're going to have is about the fact that it's important to know why you're doing what you're doing so that you can use it intentionally and you can reach certain outcomes that you need for your specific student. So I just want to put that out there, you know, for those teachers that are going to listen, go, oh, I do that. It's great that you do that, but let's dig a little deeper and see why it's so important that you do that, so you can really understand and know when to use it and when to back off from it.
Yes.
So yeah, I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cool.
That's
so
perfect.
what do we do? So I think I'll talk about what I do in the online classroom. One of the things that I found so helpful and important is really when you introduce yourself, just a basic thing is always have a name tag. And I know most of us have that, but I'm not sure. We just get told, make sure you have a name tag, follow, you know, things. But I really make a point of making a big one and saying my name, underlining it, saying Cavy, showing them exactly what my name is, voicing it. And the reason for that is, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation when you're introduced to someone and you don't quite get their name.
Yeah.
And you have to have a conversation with them. Do you ever feel 100% comfortable to engage with them, really, and get familiar with them? It's something, for me, it holds me back a little bit. It's a little bit like, oh, I want to be more familiar, but I can't even remember your name, really. Or I didn't know how to say it. So it's important to say it with the kids. I get them to say my name. Say, can you say Cavy? Can you say hello, Cavy? Until they say it. And I go, good, you said Cavy, you know, giving them that repetition, because it is such an important thing that will make them feel more connected to you already. It's such a basic step, but it really makes them feel that they can be more comfortable because now they can say your name as well and they know who you are.
Perfect.
That's one of the things. I'm going to be looking because I've got a cheat sheet here as well. That's okay. So another basic thing I do, and I know that some of the very little kiddies don't understand the question, and that's when I bring mom or dad, whoever's in with them, is I ask them their age. I ask every single kid, how old are you? Even if it slows the process down. And the reason that I think it's important to do that is age is such a big thing in society. If you think about it, when you're a kid, what was the thing? You wanted to be older, you wanted to be bigger, you wanted to be able to do more things. And by getting them to share their age, no matter how young it is, even if it's 3 little fingers that they show you, you know, then I'll go, oh, 3, you're 3 years old. Wow. And that's already such a big validation for a kid. You've just acknowledged something that they're actually disregarded for usually because they're so young. In society generally, it's, you're a kid and you've made a big deal about it and you've made them feel important and you've validated that this is something important.
That's really,
so there's
really
a few
cool.
very basic things, when you have a little bit of a background of where it comes from. Those are pretty basic things I do. Eye contact, always very important. I try to do that as much as possible when connecting. Just keeping that eye contact, even if they can't. I do this sometimes. And your body, your facial expressions, the usual stuff, using your TPR, making sure that you're using the gestures appropriately. And really from the get-go, you have to be positive and you have to smile. I know we're under a lot of pressure to do a lot of things in a very short space of time. And so I get that. Sometimes we're just going, especially in the beginning. Just take your time in the first few minutes because you will see that will just make the lesson easier because you've taken that time to connect.
Definitely. That's so cool. Awesome. And Lenka, what about you when you first meet kids when you're doing play therapy, for example?
Yeah, you know what? It's actually the cornerstone of therapy is to build that therapeutic relationship with kids. It's a lot of what Cavy already said about the eye contact, the facial expressions, just acknowledging them. In therapy, we focus on what we call attachment. And I'm just quickly going to mention what attachment is. Attachment is basically human connection. It is that very first attachment that a child has with a parent, like with a mom or a dad or a caregiver, that becomes the blueprint for them of what life is like. Is it a safe place? Is it a place where my needs are met? Are people going to respond to me? Are they going to think that I'm worthy or valuable enough? Are they going to be there for me when I need them? So that first relationship is very important, but we as therapists and as teachers also have a very big role to play for children. Maybe they don't have a healthy, secure attachment with other adults, but maybe we can give them a few minutes of that in a week. And I feel like that kind of relationship that you build with the child is very important for the teaching journey as well, because when they feel valued in a lesson with you, when they feel like you see them, when you ask questions about their day, what they did, about their pets, about their interests, it makes them feel seen and valued, and it makes them so much more interested in your lesson and in what you're trying to teach them. It makes them more present with you because you are present with them. And they really feel that and they sense that. And it's amazing to see how they respond to that as well.
That's so cool. Yes, I love both of your answers so much. It makes so much sense and it's making me feel inspired.
It is, you know what, Frila, it is inspiring when you see it starting to take effect and you see that little kid blossom and glow and they come on the screen and they see you and you become this very important person for them because you're giving them that, meeting their basic needs, like Lenka says, for even a few minutes a week. And that's so important. It really is important. We've got such an important role to play with kids.
It's so true. It really is. We can make such a difference, actually, even as teachers, even as online teachers.
Especially.
That's awesome. Hey, very cool.